Hey there, Bears fans. It's your host here once again. It is Teamryry, and I'm back for a brand new episode of Bears Podcast Edition, episode number 13. I will give my thoughts on yesterday's game against the Washington Redskins. Overall, it was a very sloppy game. It was raining off and on, and Bears should have won this game. Overall, they should have won this game. You know why they didn't? Because um, Robbie Gould missed a field goal to tie it up late in the fourth quarter. What the hell is wrong with this guy? He missed 6 key field goals overall in this season. You know what? I know the Bears are out of the playoff hunt, and that really sucks. You know? And look at Washington Redskins are top of their division. That division is not even better. That is pathetic, okay? God damn it. It's very, very hard to be a Bears fan this season, you know? We had a lot of injuries. Bennett, he's out for the season. He did not play on Sunday because the following week against the Niners, he got injured. Speaking of that, Bears versus Niners, that video will be up sooner than later. Plus, the podcast, episode number 12. Hopefully, your Bears fans still want to give my thoughts on last week's game. But I'm very, very disappointed. Jay Cutler, he did pretty good. I'm very surprised. That is a good thing, but they need to score more points than 21, 17, etc. I really wish the Bears score 30 points. I think next year will be a better outcome. Hopefully, they'll have the rookie. Actually, he won't be a rookie. This will be his second year. Kevin White. You know, he got injured way before the season kicks off. I guess he got injured during training camp. I don't know why the Bears drafted him. Who knows, you know. The Chicago Bears always screw up in draft, you know. Always. They have a lot of history in that department. So it really sucks, you know. Can you imagine if Kevin White was healthy this whole entire season? It'd be Jay Cutler to Kevin White, Jay Cutler to Jeffrey, Jay Cutler for Matt Forte. If those 3 guys could stay healthy this season, and our defense could stay in decent shape, probably the Bears will be in division race. But oh well, shit happens, you know. I mentioned this time after time. Matt Forte, this is last year. I don't think the Bears are gonna resign him because when you're a running back, he just turned 30 years old. When you're a running back, you don't stay in the league that long, you know. Is he a future Hall of Famer? No. Is he a decent running back? Yes. Do you think someone will pick him up in the offseason if Bears don't re-sign him? Yes. My theory on Matt Forte, probably he's going to stay in the Bears division, like maybe sign with Green Bay, Minnesota, or, last but not least, Detroit Lions. Because he wants to stick, he just want to kick the Bears' ass, you know? So it's really disappointed to be a Bears fans this season, you know. I mean, I didn't have high hopes for the Bears this season. It's pathetic. Bears are now 5-8. Now Redskins are 6-7. They have a chance to win the division because the division is pathetic, like I said earlier in this podcast. So it's very pathetic. I'm very, very disappointed, you know. So, hold on. Cutler was 19 out of 31. That's not too shabby. 315 yards, 2 TDs, no picks. Now, the following week, when he plays the Niners, he only had 1 pick, no interceptions. Sorry, he had 1 interception, and he had a bad performance. Now, Kirk Cousins, he's a decent quarterback. 24 out of 31, 300 yards, 1 TD, 1 pick. So I know a lot of people on ESPN don't like the guy, but whatever. Bears will be better next year. Hopefully, John Fox will be a second year, and hopefully Bears will give some decent draft picks coming up in the springtime. If the Bears were smart, they should draft some kids from the most important college, like from Alabama, LSU, something like that, on defense. Special teams. Um, Bears only had one interception yesterday. That is pathetic. Usually this time of year, Bears have like what 6, 7 interceptions. I don't know. Not for one guy, for the whole team total. Um, it sucks. I mean, Collar is doing his best this whole entire season. This got to be his best performance as a Bear. This is his best season. Do you think Bears gonna keep him around once his contract expired? I know they re-signed him recently. They give him a lot of money for too many years. 7-year deal. That is crazy. I don't have much money. A couple years ago, that was so ridiculous. Now this is my point of view, Bears fans. If the Bears management was freaking smart before they re-sign him, before they give him an extension, give him a 2-year contract, resign him and give him whatever much money he wants. Give him that, and if he have poor performance the last 2 years, don't resign him. Let him taste the free agent market, and let's see how he could test the waters out. And in the meantime, Bears could pick up a free agency, and the free agency could start that fall. But if that doesn't work out, of course it didn't work out because Bears management gave Jay Cutler a 7-year deal worth blah 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 blah. So that was stupid. Now we stuck with Cutler 2 more years. Now the Bears are freaking smart. This draft coming up, draft a quarterback. That quarterback can learn from the veteran Jay Cutler, and because Jay Cutler is not gonna be the Bears his whole entire career. He's getting older. He's been in the league for I don't know how many years. He got drafted by the Denver Broncos, and he had a great arm, and that's why the Chicago Bears traded Cutler, I think, for a pick, and the rest is history. I remember this first season when he was the Bears, he got sacked a lot, he got picked off a lot. He has a great arm. Don't get me wrong, but now these days he's finally learned how to play the freaking game. They always say when you get more older, you should know how to perform on your job, or if you play football and all the good stuff. I know I mention this time after time. It's a passing league, AFC and NFC. Back in the day, NFC used to dominate the running game. Then AFC used to dominate the passing game. Now it's both, They both like to pass. I love watching passing. It's more exciting than the freaking running game, The running game these days, maybe once in a blue moon, you're wide open. Your offensive line needs to cover it. Then your running back could go through the middle or go around. The Bears always have freaking problems going through the middle. They always go through the middle. They never go around, and that kind of pisses me off. They need to change their freaking playbook, or be more they need to do more trickery, like a fake field goal. Once in blue moon, don't do it every single game because then your opponent will catch on. Do like a fake punt. Do like a wildcat offense. Put like Jay Cutler in receiver. I know he's not very fast, but I'm going with this. Do like a fake kneel down or something that surprise your opponents. Do you think the Bears would do that? Who knows? The only people who know that is the coaching staff, and that's about it. And the coach, quarterback Jay Cutler. So I don't know. Robbie Gould, before he missed 6 field goals this whole entire season, he was Mr. Clutch. If Jay Cutler, it was like 2 minutes left, they set up, At first they call timeout, they set up, Rabbi goal, get the winning field goal, or tie it up. Now these days, Bears are just iffy on Robbie Gold. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with him this off season. If they're gonna, I don't know if his current contract is gonna expire or they're gonna trade him this off season. I don't know what's going to happen because most of these games, especially in the second half of the season, we should win. We should beat the Denver Broncos. We should beat. Actually, the Bears should beat the Washington Redskins, and the list goes on and on. This Sunday, we have play the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. Minnesota is like second place, right behind the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay is in first place, so Green Bay, Minnesota is gonna fight for the division championship. So the NFC probably is gonna face off Green Bay, Minnesota the last week of the season, week 17. That game is gonna mean something. It sucks. I guarantee that John Fox says, "Why in the hell did I sign up to be the Bears head coach? This team is not going anywhere anytime soon." You know, the special teams did not take it to the house for a punt return or a kickoff return this season. That sucks. I really hate the new rule. Like 5 yards back for the extra point. Leave it as it is. I hate when they change things around. And I also heard from a grapevine that they might change the playoff format for the NFL. What is your quick thoughts? It's just sad that the Bears are not gonna make the playoffs again. Fifth year in a row? I think I'm not too sure, but I'm very disappointed. I don't know if Ben is gonna resign with the Bears next season, so I don't know. I'd like to give the guy named Greg Olsen back. He's with Carolina Panthers, the undefeated Carolina Panthers. So I don't know. They should have kept him. Jeffrey, I think he's still a young guy, and Kevin White, he's a young guy. This would be his second year, but actually this will be his first year playing for the Bears. Zach Miller, I think he's another tight end. I think the Bears are gonna make some trades. I've been hearing this off season, so I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, they're gonna make some blockbuster moves. I don't know if they have a decent backup. Not really too sure. I'm not too sure. It sucks. It really sucks to be a Bears fans. There's a lot of great teams in the NFL right now to get pumped up or clinch a playoff spot. I just really wish the other teams are ahead of the Bears for a playoff hunt, lose, and maybe possibility Bears will make the playoffs, but I doubt it. Not with this record. Maybe, just maybe, Bears could be like 8-8, finish off the 2015 season, and I'll be fine with that. With John Fox, his first year as a Bear, I'm glad I'm not a Detroit Lions fan or any other shitty teams out there in the league. So, and look at the Colts division. They lost yesterday, got their ass kicked, and they're in second place. Is that pathetic? That division is not even good either. Like the Eagles division. That division's bad. Dallas is last place. Washington is in first, barely. Giants, they suck. Philly, they're barely in the playoff hunt. So it happens in football. So I don't know what to say about the Bears. So it sucks. I don't know what John Fox and the coaching staff and the general manager and the owners, what the hell are they gonna do? Is it gonna be the same old shit next fall, or they're gonna make some blockbuster moves? Hopefully, they sign some decent players in the NFL draft 2016. Hopefully, some big universities like LSU, Notre Dame, Oklahoma. The list go on. Maybe they get a guy from Oregon. The Ducks, the college, and I don't know. Maybe from Ohio State. Their defense is coming together, but it's a little too late. Bears had a rough start. I think they were 0-3. Can you imagine if the Bears were 8-8 to finish off the regular season? Can you imagine from a 0-3 start to finish off the 2015 NFC season for 8-8. I don't mind that. I don't want to be below 500. If it happens, it happens. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Look out for episode number 12. It's kind of late, but hopefully you guys still want to listen to it. So this is your host Teamryry. Is gonna sign off here. All my links are down below. I do have Twitter. It is Teamryry32. And I also have a Facebook like page. Check it out if you like that kind of stuff. I do discuss about sports, what's going on in the world today, and all that great stuff. And check out my other two YouTube links. All the links will be down below. Have a good one. And I talk to you next episode of Bears Cup Podcast. And that'll be episode number 14. Have a good one. Bears need a lot of help in the off season. I guess this season is a rebuilding season. I just hate that saying that, but it is true. This team's not going anywhere anytime soon.